So, hello all. I work as a founding engineer at Adopt AI, and I think, how does it go? Just give me a sec. Cool. Yeah. So what does Adopt AI do, right? So as it suggests, like Adopt AI turns all of your manual processes into autonomous workflows. So that being said, it is, like very much generic, right? Like when I say I basically take all your manual processes and deploy your autonomous agents there. So, like just taking a step back here and trying to understand what was the problem, like why did we build Adopt AI? Why we wanted to understand, why the agents are required and how do we do that, right? So basically, if you see today, every company, and it is more across enterprises, right? They want to transition from all of their workflow-based, apps to generally to, autonomous agents. And when I say autonomous agents, these should be outcome-driven, right? That is what they want. So, and this transition is happening across, right? Everyone is trying to catch that bus. So, like when we say agents, what is that? What are these agents and why do they, why are they necessary and why we want them to be outcome driven? Because today we know that all of these agents, these has been, tremendously good at reasoning. They had been good at planning and they are also good at acting, right? But the thing which they are not very good at is, taking the accountability. It is again on humans, right? So, okay, now coming back to see like what is stopping the agents then? Like they can do everything, right? So here, what we see that they're not able to tap to the internal layers of the application, right? Because all of these internal layers, like let's say for a customer, it is all structured for them within their databases. It is all within their APIs, and they have their own guardrails to go into there or tap into the APIs, right? So that's where Adopt comes and, it bridges the gap. Basically, we have a bunch of products, and these products help you build your own agents and, make you capable to automate your workflow through these autonomous agents, right? So the product which I would demo now is Zappy, right? Zappy is our zero-shot API discovery tool. And, basically here what happens is we tap into the API layer and we try getting all of the APIs, which your application has, and then we try documenting these APIs. Then we feed it to the agent, right? And then the agent takes care of the other things. It goes with its creativity, but we also do some of the handholding there, right? Now, coming to the architecture on a very high level here, right? So what happens, let's say you're a customer of us and, you come across and, you're just providing your auth to the app. And once you have the app opened in the browser agent is capable of pulling all of the APIs, trying to understand what could be the workflows. And in case it doesn't, and in case you say that, no, I know my workflow better, go tap in, like you do your stuff. And if not, the agent is capable of going with its own creativity and try to understand, what could be the workflow there, right? So when you do all of these, then you get all of the data. And for sure, I think people who are connecting with me now, they would be understanding that all of these APIs can give a lot of data, right? And these data outputs could have your PIA data, could have some data which you don't want to feed into the LLM or to the agents going forward, right? So what we do, we redact all of those, right? We build up, we have a very nice security layer, which pulls out all of this data and then it documents it, right? Takes it down and documents it, and then it stores the stuff. I would like to give a quick demo on that and explain you throughout on what we do there, right? Sorry, I'm somehow getting a network error here. Just a sec. Okay, that's okay, but I can explain you better on a way. I'm somehow getting a network error to show the video, okay? So basically what happens here is, whenever you get an API, whenever you get an auth, so with the auth, you're going, your browser agent opens and it opens a platform for you wherein you can just type in your credentials, right? As soon as you give your credentials to the application, we take it back. The agent is coming in there and the agent is trying to understand what is the kind of workflow based on the application which you have, right? Let's say, because today also, if you take a screenshot and give it to ChatGPT, it will tell you what all things you can do there, right? So it is something similar, but let's say you have something in your own mind, say, hey, I want to automate this workflow, which I have for my customers. Then you can just go ahead and tap on that. And in the behind, we are capturing all of your network logs, trying to understand, what all of these network data does, and then also documenting that in a way, right? Once we document all of these, then what we do is like, like we basically make you enable to create tools out of it, or else, like we also keep it powered in the documented fashion only, so that you can create your own agents, and then your agents can tap into these tools, understand the structure of your API, and like then go ahead and power that, right? So basically, that is what we do in the end-to-end flow. And then we also have something called an agent builder, right? Then this agent builder is able to understand all of these tools. It can understand what kind of selection criteria you want to give. It can understand, like what all the workflows should do. And then it creates agents for you. And these agents can be deployed on your premise, right? When I say your premise, if it is an enterprise customer, we do it on their premise. If it is a customer who says, no, I'm like not worried, you can do it on your cloud, I'm okay. So we do that also, right? So then we thought, like we actually deployed it for a bunch of customers. I would say mostly US customers. And then, like we thought, why not open source it, right? Because anyway, it has helped us, it has helped our customers. Then we thought, like open sourcing it. So basically, this is the platform which you can use and maybe try building your own agents. And please do leave us some feedbacks like when you use this, right? So yeah, you can take a screenshot of it or maybe tap into the QR. Yep, so that was all about the Zappy demo, but I'll close the loop here. So basically, like Adopt provides a bunch of products. One is Zappy, the other is Zaction, when we say, right? So Zaction is basically your zero-shot actions. So when we say actions, like you want your agents to have multiple skills, right? So all of these APIs which you got in through Zappy, you would like to have, like someone to go and develop the actions. Maybe it is a human who knows the workflow better and they want to do that, or else you want your agent to build all of the actions for you, and then you just go ahead and review and publish them, right? Once you publish it, it is deployed for your customers, and your customers can start using those agents. Yeah, so that's the whole thing here. Yeah, so like these are a few of the innovators whom we are powering currently through Zappy, right? And yes, so that's about it. That's it out. Yeah.